Hi my darlings, I'm going to read you another few pages of the story about the Velveteen rabbit. Remember I told you about Bee's bear, and the Velveteen rabbit was made in much the same way, full of sawdust, his fur all coming off. Not like the ones that you make when you go to build a bear, not stuffed with all soft fluffy stuff, but they're very precious just the same. Now the Velveteen rabbit, you remember, was given to the little boy at Christmas time. It was poking out of the little boy's stocking. But he didn't take much notice of him for more than a couple of hours. But the rabbit, Velveteen rabbit, made a friend in the nursery, the skin horse, who was kind to him. And the skin horse told the rabbit about becoming real. What is real? Remember? The rabbit asked. And the skin horse said, it's not how you're made, it's a thing that happens to you when a child loves you for a long, long time. And the rabbit asked if it happened all at once or bit by bit. Oh, it doesn't happen all at once, said the skin horse. You become. It takes a long time. That's why it doesn't happen often to people who break easily or have sharp edges or who have to be carefully kept. Generally, by the time you're real, most of your hair has been loved off and your eyes drop out. Actually, Bee's bear's eyes dropped out and Grandma, her mother, did some stitching and made new ones. And you become very shabby and your joints get loose and some of the sawdust comes out. But these things don't matter at all, because once you are real, you can't be ugly, except to people who don't understand. I suppose you are real, said the rabbit, and then he wished he'd not said that, for he thought the skin horse might be sensitive. But the skin horse only smiled. The boy's uncle made me real, he said. That was a great many years ago. But once you are real, you can't become unreal again. It lasts for always. The rabbit sighed. He thought it would be a long time before this magic called real happened to him. He longed to become real, to know what it felt like. And yet the idea of growing shabby and losing his eyes and whiskers was rather sad. He wished that he could become it without these uncomfortable things happening to him. There was a person called Nana who ruled the nursery. Sometimes she took no notice of the playthings lying about, and sometimes, for no reason whatever, she went swooping about like a great wind and hustled them away in cupboards. She called this tidying up, and the playthings all hated it, especially the tin ones. Rabbit didn't mind it so much, for wherever he was thrown, he came down softly. One evening, when the boy was going to bed, he couldn't find the china dog that always slept with him. Nana was in a hurry, and it was too much trouble to hunt for china dogs at bedtime, so she simply looked about her, and seeing that the toy cupboard door stood open, she made a swoop. Here, she said, take your old bunny, he'll do to sleep with you, and she dragged the rabbit out by one ear and put him in the boy's arms. That night, and for many nights after, the Velveteen rabbit slept in the boy's bed. At first he found it rather uncomfortable, for the boy hugged him very tight, and sometimes he rolled over on him, and sometimes he pushed him so far under the pillow that the rabbit could scarcely breathe. And he missed too those long moonlight hours in the nursery, when all the house was silent, and his talks with the skin horse. But very soon he grew to like it, for the boy used to talk to him and made nice tunnels for him under the bedclothes. And he said were like the burrows the real rabbits lived in. And they had splendid games together, in whispers, when Nana had gone away to her supper and left the nightlight burning on the mantelpiece. And when the boy dropped off to sleep, the rabbit would snuggle down close under his little warm chin and dream, with the boy's hands clasped close round him all night long. And more next time.